Okay. Now I can tell if it's recording or not. Hello, I'm taking my music off because I can't talk if I have it on. This is... Well, firstly, hi, I'm Carson, also known as Fond. I believe this is the 21st video diary. I'm currently cooking food in the kitchen at, I think, about 10 o'clock. Let me bring you in here so I can be sure you hear me. Let me check these, let me check this bacon. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the light on so I can actually see. Oh, God. Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright. While that's going, I'm going to talk to you the best I can. I'll probably have to adjust the stuff, but that's alright. Here we are. Here we are. There we go. Hello. This is the 21st video diary. I'm cooking food at 10 at night. I kind of have a thing I want to talk about, but I mean it's kind of weird right now because I'm in the middle of doing this. But I think I'll talk about it anyway. So the other day at work, I was going to the break room and I turned an aisle into the chemical aisle, and there was a middle-aged black guy, light-skinned black guy, with a buggy. His daughter was in it, and he had a big thing of like Gain laundry detergent, liquid laundry detergent. It's like one of those big boxes like this, like one of the big containers. And we had those locked up because people like stealing them. But when I turn the corner, I see him looking down with this Gain, and he has a smaller bottle, and he's basically topping off this big bottle of Gain. He's using the small bottle to fill up the big bottle. And I went back and I checked, and he ended up stealing half of that small bottle to fill up the big one. So he basically stole, and I walked right past him, and there's almost no way he didn't notice me. And when I spent a few minutes looking for my bosses to tell them, but I didn't find them right away. So what I ended up shredding it off, because the more time it took me to look for my bosses to like report this, the more I was thinking about the way he looked. He was doing this with a little girl. His face did not look like he was trying to steal. He looked like very like down, and like he didn't look ashamed, but he didn't look proud of what he was doing. He looked like he was just, his face was one of like defeat. He had the face of someone who had been defeated or wasn't very happy or was extremely just done with everything. And the more time I spent looking for my bosses to report it and not being able to find them, the more I thought about that, I started thinking about, well, what if I was in that position? I have a little girl, obviously, maybe more people at the home. It's clear he isn't stealing because he just wants to. He's stealing laundry detergent, extra laundry detergent. He's filling up the big one. And I'm like, what if I was in that position? And I'm like, yeah, he's stealing, I need to report him, but also it's like, I kind of get it. I kind of feel like a human, and I kind of get what he's going through potentially. And so the more time I'm looking for my bosses, the more time I'm spending thinking and rationalizing, trying to put myself in this guy's shoes. Why is he doing this? And it gets to a point where I can't find my bosses, and I'm like, you know what? The time it took to find my bosses, which I didn't, versus the time it took for me to rationalize this with this guy, I ended up relating with this laundry detergent thief more than I did with anything else. So I ended up deciding to forget about it. I said whatever, forgot about it. I went to my hour lunch. I saw the guy check out. And when the entire time he was like really just like stiff and like just done with everything. And I watched him go, and I was like, okay, that's that. And then I went on my lunch, and I came back from my lunch, and I went and I basically got rid of the half-stolen laundry detergent. And I was just sitting there thinking, let me take you in here and let me check this bacon. I was sitting there thinking, why why? Here, you look at this. Hold on, let me. Yeah. You see that? You kind of can. I was sitting there thinking, like, if I was in that position, if I had people to like protect and I had to still, I probably would. But I didn't feel like I related to the guy so much in the sense of, like, I can imagine myself in that position one day, like, still, not because I want to, but I kind of have to, and just, like, wishing someone would, like, just, I don't even know, I feel like that guy, if he did notice me and he didn't get in trouble, I feel like he might have been grateful. I feel like he was the kind of guy to potentially be grateful for being given a break. Now, if I see him again, I think I will say something. Maybe not to my bosses, but at least to him. But yeah, I think the moral of the story is we have to have empathy for our fellow humans. That's kind of what I got from it. You have to have kindness, empathy, and of course he's stealing, and it's technically my job, and technically I could get in trouble, but I came to the terms that if my bosses did come to me, I was going to tell them basically this is what I'm saying right now. And virtually say, if you need to write me up or something, go ahead. I'm prepared to take it. Because during that time, I thought about it, and I was like, okay, well, if I get in trouble for this later, I'm okay with that. And then I'll just not do it again in the future. But for this one time, I'm okay getting in trouble. This guy has a little girl. I saw his face. I saw his eyes. His eyes are super just downtrodden as he was pouring that in there. Super calm. And I was like, man, this guy's just down on his luck, I feel like. And I just arguably I could have offered to pay for it for him. I don't know. There's a lot of other options, but when I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, well. I managed to imagine myself in his shoes at some point in my life. And I realized that not everything has to be about, this is my job, this is what I'm supposed to do. What people, I don't know. Being a good person is okay. And even when someone's doing the wrong thing and you look past it, I think that could be okay. My biscuits are done. Oh my god. I don't know what else is to say about this story, though. I'll get my biscuits in a moment. I don't know what else is to say about the story. Arguably, I should have stopped them for my job, and also because it's not good to let people steal. But also, part of it's ironic, because being a good person is stopping him from stealing, but also being a good person at the same time is giving him a break. It's kind of like this, it's weird, because both of those things are being a good person, but they also conflict. They also conflict with each other as ideas and ways to live. But this is too much to think about right now, because I have food that's about to start burning. I think the point is, sometimes you need to have empathy and imagine yourself in the shoes of others and think about what if that was you right there doing that, because in the future it might be you. So perhaps you should forgive and allow things maybe you shouldn't all the time. That doesn't mean always allow it, but every now and then imagine yourself in that person's shoes. Try to think what they're feeling. And perhaps you'll have empathy enough to let him go. Anyway, I hope that detergent helps. If you ever see this, I hope that detergent helps you and your baby and your family, and I hope one day your lut's better, and I hope you're not a kleptomaniac criminal. Anyway, I have food cooking. I'm going to eat that. Just kidding.